This is funny, but why? And yes, I'm explaining my own joke because 24 hours after posting it, it's got 26 views and nobody understood it. And I think it's really funny and it's a good lesson in linguistics. So let's take a look at it. The first thing we need to know to understand this joke is the KKK. It's a terrorist group in the US. I'm pretty sure most of you know who they are, but if you don't, just look them up. Second thing, when people type laughter, it's different in different languages. In Portuguese, they use the letter K. Obviously, in English, we have H-A, ha, ha, ha. In Spanish, they replace the H with a J because in Spanish, that's a jota, so it represents that H sound that we have in English, ha, ha, ha. But in Portuguese, they don't really have a letter that represents that h sound in laughter. Of course, they have the letter H, but like Spanish, it's silent. They don't actually pronounce it. And they have the letter J, but unlike Spanish, it doesn't represent a jota. Instead, it's usually the sound ja. A lot of accents in Brazil do have that h sound, and it's basically anywhere Spanish would have R, Brazilian Portuguese has R. So carro is carro. And while it may be pretty common because that's in a lot of Brazilian accents and most speakers of Portuguese are Brazilian, it's certainly not anywhere near as universal as the H or jota in English and Spanish. And they still don't have a single letter that consistently represents that sound. So what they do is use the letter K, which they call ka. So ka rhymes with ha ha ha. Obviously, they don't actually pronounce a ka when they're laughing, but when none of the individual letters represent that consonant sound, they just pick one that rhymes. Now, the point of the joke is that me, as an American learning Portuguese, I often type in English or Spanish a triple laugh, ha ha ha. But when I do that in Portuguese, it ends up being KKK, which is the name of this terrorist organization that I don't want to be typing. So in Portuguese, I try to avoid it by typing 2 or 4 instead. Hence the joke.